Hello viewers, Donald Trump knew precisely what used to be going on with Pinnacle Trump Organization executives who schemed for years to evade taxes on company-paid perks, a prosecutor stated Thursday. Difficult protection claims that the former president used to be unaware of the plot at the coronary heart of the company's tax fraud case. Manhattan prosecutor Joshua Steinglass lobbed the bombshell allegation all through closing arguments. But before continue, please take a minute of your time to hit the subscribe button and then the notification bell for latest updates from us. He promised to share greater small print when he resumes on Friday, buoyed through the judge's selection to provide prosecutors permission to veer into territory that had been viewed off limits due to the fact Trump is now not on trial. The tax fraud case is the solely trial to occur from the 3-year investigation of Trump and his commercial enterprise practices, with the aid of the Manhattan District Attorney's Office. Thursday's closing arguments had been the final hazard for prosecutors and protection legal professionals to sway jurors earlier than they deliberate subsequent week. Judge Juan Manuel Merchan, overruling a protection objection after the jury had left court, stated the company's legal professionals opened the door by putting forward in their closing arguments that Trump used to be ignorant of the scheme hatched through his longtime finance chief, simply steps from his Trump Tower office. It used to be the protection who invoked the identified Donald Trump numerous times, Merchan said, putting up a doubtlessly explosive last day of arguments earlier than jurors deliberate subsequent week. Prosecutors had given blended indicators about Trump's significance to the case, telling accused early on, "This case is now not about Donald Trump, however," then persistently asking witnesses about him, displaying a witness copies of Trump's tax returns, and, ultimately, searching for to join the dots to him in closing arguments. Trump has denied any information of the scheme, writing Tuesday on his Truth Social platform. "There was once no attain for Trump, and we had no understanding of it." Steinglass stated the Trump Organization cultivated a tradition of fraud and deception by way of lavishing Lux perks on executives and falsifying files to conceal the compensation. Steinglass's at times fiery summation observed protection arguments that sought to focal point blame for the fraud on Allen Weisselberg, the senior advisor and ex-CFO, who has admitted scheming to avoid paying non-public profits taxes on a company-paid apartment, luxurious motors and different goodies. Weisselberg did it for Weisselberg, Trump Organization legal professional Michael Van Der Veen informed jurors, punctuating his closing argument with the protection team's mantra for the month-long trial. Steinglass pushed again when it used to be his turn, telling jurors, "Both halves of that sentence are wrong. It wasn't simply Weisselberg doing it, and it wasn't simply Weisselberg who benefited." The Trump Organization, the entity via which Trump manages his actual property holdings and different ventures, is accused of supporting Weisselberg and other executives keep away from paying earnings taxes on company-paid perks. Steinglass argued that the Trump Organization via its subsidiaries Trump Corporation and Trump Payroll Corporation is dependable due to the fact Weisselberg and an underling he labored with, Comptroller Jeffrey McConney, had been high managerial retailers entrusted to act on behalf of the organization and its a range of entities. If convicted, the Trump Organization ought to be fined greater than $1 million. Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg, who watched Steinglass's closing from the court docket gallery, has stated that his office's investigation of Trump is active and ongoing and that no choice has been made on whether or not to cost him. But business enterprise attorneys argued that Weisselberg used to be solely intending to advantage himself with his tax dodge scheme, no longer the Trump Organization, and that the business enterprise shouldn't be blamed for his transgressions. "We are right here nowadays for one purpose and one purpose only." The greed of Allen Weisselberg, Trump Organization legal professional Susan Nichols said, her remarks accompanied at one factor by using the wail of a siren from an emergency car outside. Weisselberg pleaded responsible in August to dodging taxes on $1.7 million in extras and testified towards the Trump Organization in trade for a promised sentence of 5 months in jail. What is your take on this video? Please drop your comments below and thanks for